Hi, I'm Jackie. If you want to have the best body possible into an old age, then you know how important your hip strength or your glute strength is. It could save your life one day. These exercises I'm going to show you are so important as you get older because you don't want to have hip problems, knee problems, back problems, or balance problems. And if you don't do the work, then you will get weaker around the hip joint and the glutes. If I could only choose one part of my body to stay strong, I would choose my glutes. I want my whole body to be strong, so I work on my whole body. But this exercise routine will target your glutes. My glutes are getting stronger as I get older because of these exercises, and they're not that hard, and it doesn't take a lot of time. So hopefully you can do this video with me and you'll feel straight away stronger. Enjoy. Put your hands on your glutes, and what I want for you is to feel you have good, strong glutes, and every step you take when you go for a walk, the king of exercise that you do a lot of, I hope, you can actually feel your glutes engaging every step you take, especially at the back. So we're going to do exercises to make our glutes really strong, and we're going to keep them strong well until our 90s. Use it or lose it. So the first exercise is squat to hip abduction. So sit or squat, don't let your knees pull in, and a hip abduction like this. We're going to do the right leg first. So I'll have my back to you so you can follow. So this is easier, and it's harder to lift the leg into the air. And if you're new to this, have a wall so you've got the wall there, and then you don't need to worry too much about balance, and you can work into your muscles. So make sure you feel we're repeating the right leg. You can add on inhale and then exhale. Squeeze the glutes. Inhale, this is the glutes and thighs, and this is glutes, always a bit thighs. Of course, the glutes are, your leg, the beginning of your leg is the glutes. So you can't really separate glutes on their own. You're also going to be working your leg muscles. Strong legs, strong hips, strong glutes is going to help us in our life to have good balance, good metabolism, powerful walking, confidence. You look better in jeans. It just feels really good to have strong glutes. Keep going if you can. Remember the gentle as you have a wall and you just tap your foot and you do a little bend in your knees and we're still doing that right leg, and now we're holding. So you might have your hand on the wall or you might try to balance. 10, 9, don't lean forward. Make sure you're not leaning forward like that. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So just do a little release, a little rub, a little wriggle, a little shake. Hips side to side, wriggle your hips, circle your hips one way, circle your hips the other way. And we're going to do the other side. So bend into your knees. And then is the left leg. It could just be a tap to the side, or it could be lift it. And you could have the right hand could come to the wall, and that will help you if you're a beginner and you feel a bit too wobbly, and you don't need to worry too much about the balance, and you can really work into the muscles. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Keep doing that same leg, that left leg. Inhale, exhale. You can add on push the palms, the hands together, squeeze shoulder blades together. And you're really stimulating blood flow. Even if you're not very good at these exercises, it doesn't matter. The main thing is you're moving and stimulating blood flow to your brain, your skin, your bones. your trillions of cells, keeping everything healthy. Okay, now we're going to do the hold, which could be, remember, you could have your one hand on the wall and hold, or you could stay in the middle of the room. 10, keep breathing. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And then just bend and straighten, and we'll add on like this. Inhale, and we'll go exhale, heels up, elbows in back pockets. So we'll do a little bit of calf muscles, glutes and thighs and back muscles here. And you could do exhale, inhale, or you could do inhale, exhale. Both breaths work well, and I would try to mix it up a bit. So don't always do things the same way. So working thighs, glutes and calf muscles, and chest muscles and back muscles. And this is one of, as I explained in one of my other videos, I think I call it the How to Live to 100. Do this most days because this is particularly good at stimulating blood flow to the brain. The calf muscles, like a second heart, a pump. When they contract, they push blood flow towards the heart. When they stretch, they pull blood flow away from the heart. So you're helping with getting that blood flow moving in quite a gentle way. But walking is the king. Okay, holding the chair pose. So get right down if you can, or some people call it squatting. I call it chair pose. Check your alignment of your knees, not pulling in, using your outer hip muscles there. And then you can have your arms in prayer, or you can have your arms up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo. Okay, so the next one is have a wall if you're a beginner. So you have your hands on the wall, and then inhale, exhale, right leg back, hips, hip bones level. So don't twist. So just repeating right leg, exhale, inhale, exhale, squeeze the glutes and the belly as well. Some of you do it in the middle of the room. Exhale, inhale, exhale, squeeze these right glutes. Also, obviously, it's hamstrings and the stabilizing leg. The left leg's working hard too. Exhale, inhale. And then we're doing the hold. So you might have hands on the wall or hands on the hips. 10, 9, try to have the hips level. 8, squeeze the glutes and the left thigh. Squeeze up the left knee. 3, 2, 1. Okay, other leg. Exhale, left leg. Inhale. So you might have your hands on the wall if you're a beginner. Exhale. Try not to let the hip turn out. Keep the left hip forward as you bring the left foot back. It doesn't matter if you only do 4 of them. You don't need to worry too much about the numbers. It's just feeling your muscles, enjoying moving your body, energizing your brain, feeling positive, slowing down aging. Doesn't matter too much about numbers or how much you do or don't do, or if you're good at it or not. Holding, 10, squeeze the belly, 9, 8, 7, 6, squeeze the right thigh as well and the left glute. 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're going to go down to the floor and do some floor exercises to have strong glutes. Come down and lie on your left side and start clamshell exercise. So knees are bent in front of you. Keep your top hip on top of your bottom hip, and then open and close. Don't let your top hip roll back. Just lift and then lower. Now, the next video I make, I'm actually going to have a resistance band to make, because I've got really strong here and I know a lot of you are getting really strong now. So you need to add a bit more resistance, to make it harder, to make the muscles work harder and really get into that bone density and maintain that muscle bulk as we get older. So I'll put a link to the good resistance bands you can order online. So it's got 3 levels of resistance. So it'd be good to purchase. They're about $65 Australian, and I really want all my yoga students to have resistance bands. So you should start feeling these abductors, these outer hip muscles working, and especially if you have a resistance band, you can really make them work harder. You can use your arm to create resistance, pushing against the leg as well, but it's good to have the band. So if these muscles get weak, then you're more likely to have knee problems, hip problems, back problems, and balance problems. So don't let them get weak. Make sure you're not rolling the top hip back, because then you're not targeting the right muscles. Roll over onto your other side. So you're on your right side now. And starting knees bent. Try to get your head comfortable. You can lie your head down if you like. Top hip forward and open and close the clam. Don't let the top hip roll back like I am. Don't do that. And I see people do that all the time. And it's actually the people who have the weak glutes and are more likely to have the knee problems or hip problems. And so really be strict on yourself with less is more, keeping the top hip forward. I'm using my hand to get a bit of resistance here. Starting to feel the muscles engaging in the outer hip. They're arguably, these glute medius and minimus, these outer hip glute muscles, are arguably the most important muscles to keep strong, but probably your spine, but keeping your back strong. But I think it might save your life one day. You won't have that fall because you've worked on your hips for a long time. You've kept them strong into old age. Okay, we're going to do another one. Right leg first. So roll over onto your left side. I know as you get older, it's not as easy to get up and down and roll onto one side and roll onto the other side, but it's mobility. You've got to keep working on that. Even though it's harder, all the more reason to keep doing it. So now legs are straight and lift and lower the right leg. And again, make sure you're not rolled back. You got your top hip forward. And it doesn't need to be a big lift, as long as you're feeling these outer hip muscles. And this is another one if you have the resistance band on the ankle, because you're pushing, and it makes it more effective to target the muscles with the band. So try to order that band, get it on the way, so that when I do the next video in a couple of weeks, you've got used to these exercises, and then you can take it to the next level. So understanding, remember when we were standing up, and the right leg first was going out to the side, and now we're going to hold it there. Just hold it. Don't be rolled back. Roll the top hip forward. Just holding. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great. Should have felt those muscles then. Lying on your right side now. Straight legs. Top hip rolled forward. And lift and lower. Make sure you're not rolled back. So I'm using my left hand to not lose my balance. So I can lean forward a bit. There's a bit of weight in that left arm. And it doesn't need to be a big range of movement. It's not about mobility. We're working on stability, strength around our hips. Stable hips are so important. The older you get, the more you need to keep working on it, because we all know we're not getting stronger, we're not getting more stable. Don't let things fall apart. Hold everything together. Keep everything stable, and it's going to help you in your old age. I just want you to have more fun in your old age. Have a good time. Keep your body strong. Ooh, I'm feeling the muscles now. Really, it doesn't matter about time or numbers or keeping up with me, or you just do it till you feel you've pushed yourself a bit and you've felt the muscles fatigue, and you just do that once or twice a week. That will be enough to get stronger. That was quite strong. Okay, come to all fours and just circle your hips one way, and that will just release the muscles a bit around the hips, pushing them to the side and back, and then back the other way. Okay, we're going to do this one for the glute maximus at the back, and we're going to use our arm muscles a bit too. So all fours, inhale, squeeze the belly, shoulders down, head back, chin tuck, and exhale, straighten out the right leg, and then put it back down. So it's a bit core as well. And then repeating, we're just doing the same leg like this. Exhale, straighten out the right leg. Don't let the hip roll back. Squeeze the glutes and the belly at the same time. Obviously, it's hamstrings as well. Exhale. You can also add on, if you want, left arm, opposite arm. So this is a great lower back stability as well as glutes. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze the belly and the glutes at the same time. Next one, holding. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Squeeze the belly and glutes, hips level. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then left leg, just repeating. Or give your arms a quick break actually, just like this. Your shoulders, your wrists, a quick break. And then we'll go into, don't do that. Keep your hips level, use your core. Exhale, left leg, squeeze belly and glutes, shoulders down. Inhale. Exhale, left leg, squeeze the glutes and the belly. Inhale. You can, optional, opposite hand. That's just optional there. Inhale. Exhale. And then we'll go into the hold. Hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's particularly good for your lower back stability, that one. Now we've got one more exercise. Lie on your back now. And we'll just release our lower back and our wrists. So first your wrists, circle one way, and then the other way. And then your lower back, circle your knees one way, and then the other way. Okay, and the next one, the last one for the glutes is bridge. So have your feet down, you're on your back. And try not to look to the side. If you don't know the exercise, watch me first. Keep your neck safe. So you exhale, you lift your hips up, push your knees out a bit, bring your knees in about hip width, come down vertebrae by vertebrae. And then we'll do that about 10 times, and then we'll just hold the bridge and do little pulses. So you feel the glutes again here. So inhale, exhale, push your feet down, come up into the bridge, push your knees out a bit, and then bring your knees into hip width and come down slowly, upper vertebrae followed by lower. Inhale, exhale, flatten your back, lift your hips up, so posterior tilt, push your knees out, try to feel your glutes engage, the lower fibers a bit more and the outer fibers. So if you're only going to do one, this would probably be the best one to target all the glute muscle group. But it's good to do a variety to target different areas of the glute fibres. So the standing one, the balancing one, the side one, the clam, and then, yeah, try to get, this works really well with the resistance band too, because you can push out, you can work your muscles harder with the resistance band. So once again, I will link to the ones which I think are really good to have, that I have, and if you order them now, you should get them in the next week or two, and then you'll be ready for my next video to work your glutes harder. I'll make it in maybe 2 or 3 weeks. Okay, let's just hold and just push out a little bit. Keep your feet down, posterior tilt, so pubic bone towards breastbone. So you're lengthening your lower back. You can do a little pulse, and you might feel a bit of a stretch at the front, and you might feel your hamstrings obviously as well. And it's good for strengthening your back again. Good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming down, upper vertebrae followed by lower, segment by segment, which is very good to release the lower back from the bridge pose. And then hug your knees in. Take a few deep breaths in and out. Nice deep breath in and out, into your belly, into your chest, belly then chest. Full inhalation, feeling your lungs fill up, exhale. Slow exhalation, calming effect. And then grab behind your hamstring or calf, or grab a yoga strap and try to stretch the back of the right leg. Deep breath in and out. And then the outer hip, the abductors, like this. So right foot towards left shoulder. Deep breath in and out. And then left leg, grab the strap or grab behind the leg. If you're very flexible, you can grab the big toe joint, but most people aren't very flexible. So grab a strap or just grab the back of the leg. Try to straighten out and stretch the back of the leg. We use those muscles quite a bit. Hamstrings and glutes at the back. And then we'll come into the abductor stretch, which is also that outer hip, the glute muscles. So left foot towards right shoulder. And then just put your feet down or straighten out your legs or put your legs up the wall. And if you feel like you need a bit more stretching, I'll link my hip flexibility video, which will really release the muscles that you just used and contracted in this video. I did it a couple of weeks ago, so that would be a good video to do now if you have the time. Otherwise, just lie on your back or lie with your legs up the wall. Take a few more deep breaths in and out. Hopefully you didn't overdo it, so your hips aren't too sore tomorrow, and your lower back, you just feel you've used your muscles, and it's a good, you feel it, you feel that stability straight away the next day. You can actually feel a bit more stability around the hip, and that's a great feeling. And you want to get that at least once a week. Do some hard work on your glutes. Maybe this video or the next one with the resistance band, I'll make that in a few weeks. And yeah, strong glutes are so good. So enjoy a positive feeling for your effort, your commitment, your discipline to your body, you've done this video. I hope you haven't just watched it. I hope you've actually done it on your own body, because that's the important thing. And then when you're ready, roll to the side and ease your back out of the pose when you've been relaxed. Thank you so much. Never stop working on your body. Hit subscribe, share my videos with your friends who are, I'm sure they need it, because we all need it. The older we get, the more we need it. Also, I'll link the resistance band that I use that I think are really good ones, because there's 3 levels of resistance and they're really good quality. They'll last for your lifetime. So I'll put that link down below. Have a great day. Bye.